All right, West Coast, you're listening to Long Beach Radio. Good morning, 9 minutes after 9 o'clock, and it is, Friday morning.
We're already a 6 done the show. I just got here.
It's all right. I don't have to go anywhere after this. We were going to have Tommy Curley come in, but he can't come
That
in.
guy rules.
Yeah, he couldn't. Thought he could make it, and then he couldn't make it. So we can stretch it a lot, unless you have to go teach little kids.
Unless
how
I
to
have to go pack so I can leave for 2 months.
for 2 months.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, that's how long you're going to be
Yeah,
gone.
I told you this.
Well, I don't listen to
Yeah,
you, really.
it's true.
I'm just always thinking ahead at some sort of bad joke I can make whenever you're talking.
Hey, me too. We should hug.
So, for those of you that don't know, I guess you don't even really need to bother because you're not going to hear from him for 2 months. But Bobby Lax
That's
is
me.
a local professional food lover. He joins me Friday
That's me
mornings at
too.
9, and we talk about food and
Interrupt each
culture
other.
and society. Yeah, and generally perform bizarre radio.
Yep.
So
Perform. That gives us
That's
a little
generous-
too much.
generous.
Yeah.
Create is even generous.
Yeah.
But so you're going away for 2 months?
Yeah.
You're going-
Hey, you know what I decided yesterday? Was that next year, when I'm going away, I'm going to get a T-shirt or a hoodie that has like a calendar of where I'm going to be and for how long and why. So like
people don't have to.
Well, then you don't have to, because before you leave or doing
Yeah.
anything around here, a lot of people ask you, and that's good to have conversation.
Yeah.
But
And this
you
time
end
of
up repeating yourself.
This time of year, everybody
a few
asks,
times.
"Are you going away for a while?"
Yeah.
Anywhere else in Canada, it's like oh, it's your summer holidays. Where are you going for summer? But here it's like we don't get summer holidays,
Yeah.
so it's what are
Well,
you
it's
doing
like in the
January?
summer, I'm gonna write on a T-shirt, "Yes, I'm busy."
Yes, from
Like
from
right
feast
now is
to Oyster
busy.
Fest. Yes,
Like,
I'm busy.
Right, it's busy.
Yeah.
It's busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, because, a lot of people walk around like, so are you busy these days? And it's like the middle of August. And I
Yeah.
think I made this joke to a few people before. But no, so for 4 days I'm in Vancouver. I'm doing catering gig for like some of my favorite out-of-town clients.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to eat a bunch of food while I'm there. Might go see some of the suppliers that we work with out of Vancouver. And then I am headed to Florida, spend some time with my grandmother, who I think is listening right now.
Oh, yeah.
So hi, Nana, and hi, my mom, because I think they're listening together.
Oh,
So I'll be with them in T-minus 4 days.
yeah.
And then I'm there for 3 weeks. I go to Toronto for a week or so. I'm going to throw my annual oyster party in Toronto.
Yeah.
They get down to oysters too there.
Yeah. How do you get fresh oysters out there?
I have Outlandish ship me them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they ship anyways to
Yeah.
Toronto. So I plan my part. They ship on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Or like it gets there on Thursdays.
So it's like
I have like a Thursday
as fresh as can
or
possibly be
Friday
there.
oyster party.
Yeah.
And then I'm in the Okanagan for 3 weeks. And then I'm back in Vancouver because Nick Nutting from the Wick, and Joel from Shelter, and I believe Matt Wilson from the Wick is joining us. We're gonna do a dinner at Granville Island Market
Sweet.
as representing TUCG.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
a 5-course meal, and bring as many of our happy suppliers down there as
Yeah.
possible, and be like, "Schwabam! This is our food community. We might be small, but we rule."
So what's the deal with that? Like, how does a guy get tickets to that, or what is the deal?
You go on the internet, and
That thing.
the restaurant's called Edible at the Market.
Yeah.
Just find the TUCG dinner.
Yeah.
It's under events and stuff, and they have like they always have guest chef dinners, and they've been doing it for a while. And it used to be inside the market, but they built a space just still on the island, but literally just outside the.
Just because I
core
know we got
market.
some online Vancouver listeners that would
Oh,
probably
yeah.
dig something like that. So.
Yeah. 5-course meal. We are gonna throw down.
Sweet. Speaking of big meals and stuff,
What'd I do?
we had the silent auction items for the Hospice Radiothon last week.
Yeah.
And thanks for your help there.
Yep,
I don't know if you
yep.
know the numbers, but like more than $10,000 was raised for hospice,
yeah.
and the shelter and Long Beach Lodge dinners went for like combined $1,300 or something like that raised for hospice. So still sweet deals, like $700 for the Long Beach Lodge and $600 for the shelter. So still good deals for the dollar value.
Sweet
People ended
ass.
up with
Thank
them,
you
but
for your support out there.
very cool, very cool. But should we go into some music? Get on with the
we
funky
should play
bit.
someone that's better than us.
Nails on a chalkboard.
So the people who are better than us to listen to are going to be the band, and I've played. I got so excited when I got this whole Last Waltz thing. What'd you do?
Nothing. I'm just deleting stuff up ahead.
And The Last Waltz, the concert I would almost most want to be at. I think that, or I think I said Bob Marley on the beach, like just hanging out with a guitar, being like, yeah, man, I'm on a beach.
Yeah,
I can sing. Anyways, but this is the band, and it's my favorite band tune. It's Ophelia, and it comes in, I think, with tubas and stuff, and it's pretty funky.
All right, well, let's do it, and then we'll come back with the Surf Report and more Friday Funky Food Hour with Bobby Lax.
Long Beach Radio, this ain't no big city station.
All right, folks, welcome back. You're listening to Long Beach Radio during the Friday Funky Food Hour with Bobby Lax down here at the end of the pier in the misty, foggy conditions.
Rhyme it. You said down here at the end of the pier.
Misty, foggy conditions with the nuclear fission of our entertainment extravaganza.
No, you were going here with pier.
Yeah. But I rhymed that down here at the end of the pier. But then I had to rhyme with the rest of it.
So you went fission with hibbity hop?
No. I was keen to keep going.
Oh,
but you keep interrupting.
Throw it down. Throw it down. Raise the roof.
There will be no more white man freestyling for Jeff on the Friday Funky Food Hour.
It's not about race. It's about skill.
Well, there will be no more skillless freestyling from Jeff on the Friday Funky Food Hour. But speaking of ethnic sensitivity, Hanukkah starts in what 4 days, right?
I don't know. You tell me. Is it a news story? I don't know.
Well, you should know better than I would think.
It's not a competition. But my mom decided that this year that we were going to do a secret Hanukkah gift.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
So it's not like the 8 crazy nights of Hanukkah gifts like Adam Sandler always talks about?
Well, like people do that, but you got to understand, like, I don't live there anymore. I mean, I love my parents and my grandmother and how they've raised me, but like in terms of continuing on, I'm going to break their heart. I'm just going to stop talking right now.
But so
we got a secret thing going. I'm not going to say who I got. My mom just decided totally out of the blue.
Yeah.
And, just like they used to do in the old days, she sent out an email for
the traditional
the traditional Hanukkah email about who you get for the present. So it's $15 and under. There you go.
So you're not even going to tell me what you got for a gift for that person or anything?
No, I haven't totally done it yet. The email came in 2 days ago, and I'm trying to get ready to leave. I'm not trying to put more things on my list.
Yeah, so you'll pick something up in
we'll
Vancouver
all be down in
Florida.
We'll all be down in Florida together.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to pick something up. It's 15. I want to make something.
Yeah.
I'm not rolling in $15.
Fair enough. Times are tight out here in the winter on the West Coast. Gotcha. So, what else is? What else going
man!
On? What are you going to do without Tofino?
I think I just watched a bale of hail roll through here.
I just want to know.
Dead air. Jeff just dead aired.
I know how addicted you are to the radio.
I know
so much so that you won't even let me finish a sentence.
Yeah. I look forward to this.
I wonder what you're going to do for 2 months.
Finish a sentence. You weren't going to finish a sentence. You couldn't even start a sentence. Oh, that's some down to low, dirty radio disc.
But you're going to be
I just don't want you to miss me too much, so I'm being I'm throwing it on a little thick today.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like when you're a jerk to your girlfriend for that week before you break up with her because you don't want her to be that heartbroken. You're like, he was a jerk anyway. Same sort of thing.
Here you go. I actually had a girl once tell me that, like, to stop being such a decent person, that it would be so much easier if I was just ASSHOLE.
A normal.
Yeah. I'm like, wow. I know that's usually what gets you girls, but that's just not my style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. It hasn't worked out.
Speaking of ways of getting girls, though.
Start
some Otis Wedding in the background here.
So this tune, Try a Little Tenderness, like, it kind of comes on super slowly. I was actually listening to this last night.
Yeah.
Before I was going to sleep, like, I just had it on my computer. And it starts super slow, but then it gets into it, and it's like the best get into it, but it takes like a minute and a half or so.
Otis, he's working the crowd, Otis.
Yeah, I know, but like our fans we're an instantaneous culture.
We should have just thrown a Prince song at them then.
I'm not playing Prince.
That's what you think.
I don't like the 80s.
The 80s. Prince has got albums out 30. There's got to be 35 albums spreading from the 80s to today.
I know. Well, that's the genre. That's the region, time region of music I don't really like.
His 2004 release.
Yep.
3121 released #1 top spot in North America. Wow. So yeah, he's still very relevant.
You know who else got #1 top spot?
Don't say
Stephen Harper. You know how much I agree with that?
All right.
Did you hear
should we just hand it over to Otis before we go into the
political? I think it's starting to work itself.
Yeah.
You think
the
people
horns,
are massaged?
Yeah,
we fluffed people into the funk. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we'll be back with more.
As long as CRTC isn't listed.
That's right.
That's all you gotta do.
Friendly neighborhood surf shop. All right, West Coast, you are tuned into Long Beach Radio during the Friday Funky Food Hour with Bobby Lax. We're going to talk about food and funk and other stuff, I assume. It'll come up. And you kind of
off topic with Bobby Lax.
Yes, off topic with Bobby Lax. You might have to just
what do you normally do for topics?
I'm just saying we started out with a pretty
I'm just a
decent
freestyler.
mandate.
Yeah.
Friday funk and food.
Yeah.
And then it's just like rants and Harper and fluffing and whatever else.
It's a community culture. It's culture. It's a cultural show.
But you actually did have something that was kind of relevant to the food thing. We can get it on topic for a minute.
Yeah.
What's going on? New exciting developments.
Happy to announce that the Cinemoka Cafe in Yuki. So for dinner, starting in February or March, restaurant openings are always kind of elusive. My buddy Clark Deutscher, who I think that's how you pronounce his last name, who's the manager at the Coastal Community Credit Union in Yuki. It's funny because when I met him, he's like he loves barbecuing, he loves cooking. But he's like, I don't want to do it for a job. I just enjoy it so much. You ever go to his house, like, he'll put out a whole pig for 6 people. Like, he loves providing food. Awesome host. And so now, starting in February at night, they're going to start doing some food out of there. And, he's a stick to your ribs. Yeah.
Comfort food,
good
sorta.
spices, but comfort food, but with interesting spices. Yeah. So there was one of the best dishes, honestly, that I've ever had, because I love. It's sort of called a Costa Rican breakfast, but not really. Anyway, so they handmade their tortillas, and they got crema, kind of stand-up cream on the bottom, and then black beans. And so he's got away with meat, better than a lot, really, the braising meats, he's worked those through a lot. Yeah. He roasted the best chicken I've ever seen. And, with the tips of the brisket, which are slightly crispy, but pretty soft. And, and there was some, I think some barbecue sauce on it, and it was awesome, and it was so him in a dish, and not something you could get anywhere else. So we had 15 courses at his house on Friday night, which is he cooks rich, comfort food. It was heavy.
That must have taken hours and hours to
get through. 4 hours. But what a great way.
Great night,
there were 10 or 15 of us, or it changed throughout the night, and we were just all sitting there eating, loving life, enjoying some brew. And like at his place. And then on Wednesday, I went back to the Cinemoka Cafe, because originally he was going to do 24 courses in the night, and we're all like, oh, we can't taste it, and I'm not writing as good a comments and stuff like that. So I went there and
finished the adventure.
Yeah. He had a chili in a bowl, which when I saw it, I'm like, that's so 80s. And then the chili was so good, it was like, oh, whatever, who cares? So no chili in a bun.
Yeah, the bread bowl. So you had a meal that you actually had to take a 4-day break in the middle of.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my kind of eating. I like that a lot.
So really excited to go down there and eat some.
So you're there hoping for springtime, March-ish.
Yeah, February.
Cool.
Yep,
sounds fun.
The deal.
That sounds fun. So that was the best thing you ate all week, I would guess. Was
the Costa Rican breakfast.
Thing. See, Costa Rican breakfast sounds like something you get arrested for trying to take on a plane.
What, really?
We got the pocket dwellers coming up.
Oh yeah.
Even though when you tried to look for them in the computer, Freud got the best of you, and you put in pocket swellers. This is not.
What do you mean?
Like, at least we're keeping it PG. But holy smokes! Any particular reason you wanted to hear "Shine" from the Pocket Dwellers, or the Pocket Swellers?
This is up there on my favorite Canadian hip hop tunes. Favorite hip hop. I don't know. I played it we listened to it Sobo a bunch. I snuck it on
onto the playlist.
Soundtrack. It's got such a cool feel to it. Like, it's in the pocket. It's just in the pocket of soul and funk.
I love how articulate you can be sometimes. It's like, yeah.
It's like, It's like, Well, it's like, it's tasty for your ears.
This is Shine
from
the Pocket Dwellers.
Dude, that's the Friday Funky Food Hour
tasty
tagline. Tasty for your ears.
All right, this is the Pocket Dwellers with Shine. It's like, yeah. We'll be back.
Tasty. Radio.
Good morning, West Coast. It's
Has
20
anyone
minutes to
done that
10.
before?
Long
Beach Radio.
No, I think that's a new one.
Sweet. That should be me.
Creative genius Bobby Lax here for the Friday Funky Food Hour. And
working it for you.
Working it for you. And speaking of working,
this brain
it for
doesn't
people,
turn on its own.
You're not going to be here. You're bailing out, so you're going to miss Breakfast with Santa Claus.
I know. They wouldn't let Jewish kids in.
So what's the plan for Breakfast with Santa Claus on Sunday morning?
Oh, so Jeff Mikus, who unfortunately just lost Chinook, which is his favorite, his best friend and dog.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, I put him down. It's kind of sad. 14, 15 years, Jeff.
So
if you're listening, we're with you, buddy. Has generously offered to go and represent TUCG with Jeff Rice, who's a chef at Shelter.
Yeah,
and so they're gonna cook up some pancake
madness
with some syrup and then some bacon.
Mm.
And kids will be all over Santa, going crazy, loving life and stuff. So yeah, go on down there if you like.
Community Hall.
Yep.
Community Hall Sunday morning, 10 to noon. I think it is
10 or 10:30.
I think it's 10.
Yeah.
I saw the email not that long ago. So 10 to noonish.
Yep.
Breakfast with Santa.
Yep. Santa Claus.
They got a breakfast with Santa in Ucluelet too. I don't have the info in front of me right now though, but I think it's this weekend as well, perhaps.
Yep.
So
Santa Claus is just all over. That's what he's got to do. He's like a mayor. He's got to do all these luncheons. And that's why he eats all the time.
Yeah, he's got all this PR stuff, and then all the Elves Union takes him out for a sit down, and they got to have a snack and I don't know, an eggnog, and it's not his fault.
No.
And what I wonder who does his middle management, because he's so busy doing all this. This is really crunch time at the workshop. He needs someone there cracking the whip, so to speak, at the workshop. So I wonder who
takes care of that.
Like, I'm just thinking of
he's got to have a lazy nephew that doesn't want to do any work to tell everyone what to do.
Just sits in a chair with a bullhorn. Get back to work, elves.
Yeah, exactly. But we also we have this coming up on Sunday. But TUCG, we're all over the place.
Yeah.
So we also did the Fish and Loaves lunch.
Oh yeah.
On Tuesday, it was a Christmas lunch. So the Wiccan Inish did up the turkey. Shelter pitched in with mashed potatoes, and Wildside gave us gravy. And it just makes doing an event sometimes people will come to each individual restaurant like, can you do turkey stuffing, mashed potato? And it's like people don't have that much extra cash.
Yeah.
But when it's just like one restaurant, different restaurants pitching
one portion of it.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it, and Wildside already has gravy on their menu. Shelter has mashed potatoes.
So it's just double the order and ship it on down to the.
Yeah, exactly. So cool. It makes it feel good about what the things we're moving on.
Yeah, very cool.
And they were the ladies at Fish and Loaves were very appreciative.
Yeah, I imagine getting a little help, especially at a time like this when things are a little colder, money's a little tighter for people and whatever. Yeah. That's awesome.
Who doesn't want a Jewish kid cooking their Christmas dinner?
I like how you're really playing the Jewish card today.
My parents are listening; they like it.
Oh, and I see. Yeah, you're trying to make up for.
Yeah, and it's my haha. I don't have to buy presents, suckers.
I'm not gonna.
And you know what? It's not even about the out. It's not about the out. I was saying to Jesse Blake yesterday. It's not about the outflow of money.
Mm-hmm.
It's that I am a terrible shopper.
Yeah.
For anybody who knows me, I'm not. I'm kind of impatient when it comes to living my life, and shopping is not living my life. unfortunately.
I don't like shopping for anything. I like to just, if I know what I want, I get in and I get out. I think that's kind of a gender thing.
Yeah.
Jeans, like these jeans I'm wearing right now, I have their model and measurements written on a card in my wallet. I know which store they're from. I walk in, I buy 6 pair, I leave. I don't even try them on.
That's
I just know
awesome.
what they're done. But I do love...
I'm in, I'm out.
I'm in and I'm out. But I do love like doing fun things, like arranging surprises for people and stuff like that. I really like it.
I like
because
surprises.
you can. And I hope my wife's not listening right now because I haven't done anything nice and surprising and romantic for her for a while. But it's not that hard. You don't have to go too far to really make someone's day with a little pleasant.
Well,
surprise.
not when you set up the low standards that you have. You know, like when it's been 4 months since you've, told her she looked pretty, you just like bam, put a rose on the bed and you're
good. Yeah.
You
Home
are.
free for another 4 months.
Yeah.
All right. Should we play some more music?
Yeah.
You were a little worried because Grandma's listening and you were getting a little hip hop there.
No, I was going to play Dat Scat by The Roots, which is one of my favorite Roots tunes, or one of my favorite hip hop tunes, period. But, my grandma's listening, so I want to keep her listening. So
here are the Andrews sisters, the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy from Company B.
Hey, she likes good music.
Love the
Don't
Andrews
mess.
sisters. No, seriously, I've downloaded gigs and gigs of the Andrews sisters because I want to start a late night 40s radio show, like midnight to 3 a.m. 40s music. Yeah.
You know what we need? Gospel on Sundays.
Yeah, Cam used to do a gospel show years ago.
Get him to do it again.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Gospel Sundays.
Anyway, what did we settle on to play right now?
Make a Move by the Black Seeds. This is for I've given shout outs to my Kiwi friends before via Fat Freddy's Drop, and this is a little more love coming their way. Black Seeds, thank you to all the Kiwis that keep this kind of music going around Tofino because it makes sense for where we live.
Sweet. We'll be back with more Bobby Lax on the Friday Funky Food Hour in a
All
bit.
you got to say is sweet.
Sweet.
I do that love felt thing to Kiwis, and you're like, oh, sweet, here we go. Let me push a button.
Long Beach Radio, CHMZ FM 90.1 in Tofino and CIMM FM 99.5 in Euclid. All right, West Coast, good day. You're tuned into Long Beach Radio. It's 7 minutes to 10
Good
o'clock.
day, people out there.
Getting close to the tail end of what will be not just the last Friday Funky Food Hour of 2011, but the last one for a couple of months.
Oh, yeah.
When are you going to get back?
February 17th.
February 17th.
Oh, I think there's a Charlie Tuna show on the 16th, which kills me. That's the night we're doing the thing in Vancouver. I just ran into Adam at the Legion. Charlie Tuna was like the best Legion show ever, just so everybody
Did you get a
knows.
little... I know they had the annual general meeting of the Legion earlier this week. I don't know what the outcome of that
Adam
was.
just seems to be positive.
He's still planning on moving ahead with all that stuff?
Yeah, I think
Good.
so.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Oh, it's great. It's not just good. We need live music.
Indeed.
I'll go crazy. And, like, we already know I teeter in between shows.
Yes.
I get too much energy to not have live music here. I go crazy. Oh, did I just say that twice? See, I'm already going nuts.
You're just losing it.
Yeah,
Losing
yeah.
it. So, so February 7th, so whatever that week is, will be the next Friday Funky Food Hour after this.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm going to do on Friday mornings. I'm going to need more random guests.
Yeah. Well,
people to
then
drop
you
in.
have to start having a Friday
group.
live show thing.
Yeah, have people come down here and rock
That's
out,
what Gian
like
does.
the Hospice Radiothon.
Well, he has a Friday live guest.
Yeah, but Gian can like call Tony Iommi in the UK and stuff and interview. He's
Who's
a
Tony
guitar
Iommi?
player from Black
Oh, gotcha.
Sabbath.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
you were listening a
yeah, I
couple
listened
days
to that.
ago?
Well, I'm going to listen to an interview with Tony Iommi for sure.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
played in one of my favorite bands for a while too, Jethro Tull. So that was my interest.
Black Sabbath and Jethro Tull.
Tony, the guitar player, yeah. Tony Iommi
Yeah.
played for Jethro Tull, yeah.
It's a funny name.
Jethro Tull?
No, Tony. Well, that too. Tony Iommi.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
And he just sounds like an old British guy, which is what he is. But when you listen to him, there's no like, it's not like Ozzy.
It's not like you're listening to Spinal Tap.
Yeah, you're not listening to Ozzy. The other guy from Sabbath. It's full on like he sounds like he could be like hosting some sort of BBC thing.
He
on, like,
was the guy. He was the guy
Tweed Coat.
reading a book in his room after a show, asking everyone to be quiet.
I don't know if that's entirely true, but I just think his brain chemistry dealt with it a little better than Ozzy's
You
did.
didn't get chemified.
We should make this segment short though, so we can come back and do a wrap up afterwards before the news and stuff. So
well, we got to give it to the news.
Yeah, got to give it to the news. Got to let the marine weather forecast go. But before that, we got
so
to play some Clarence Carter.
We're gonna have two going away songs in honor of me going away. So this is a short one. This is Clarence Carter.
I like how you're planning things in honor of. Yeah, I can't think of Clarence Carter in any way other than from Strokin'. So,
but this is Slip Away. This is a much prettier song because I think he's asking a girl to, like, you know, go out the back door with him and leave her boyfriend or something. Or maybe that's Such a Night. Yeah. But this is a good song. It's
either way, I don't know.
Singing.
I can't say for sure if it's prettier than Strokin', to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, here goes. We'll be back in a bit.
We've got you covered, ceiling to floor. Alberti color corner, Benjamin Moore.
That is awesome. Yeah, I don't know what a Schluter is.
I don't know what a Schluter is either. It sounds like something else we shouldn't have been talking about during our morning show, to be honest.
But they rapped about it.
Yeah, that's
that
pretty
guy
cool.
got down. That guy had his hat on sideways for sure.
We're sort of stretching it a little bit. It's Bobby Lax's last show of the year and last show for a couple of months for the Friday Funky Food Hour. We were actually joking about that whole thing. We, if any other radio station pretty much on the planet would be like, the news at 10 is at 10.
And they'd be cutting off their gas.
Yeah,
and
be like, Bobby, get out of here. But no, we're going to let Bobby Lax have his little moment here.
Hey, you know who's a sham of a radio host?
I don't know if this is a good way to go, but Bobby Lax's opinions are his own.
But Mark Forsyth, he's the BC Almanac guy at noon. And he's on every day. And he, I swear, he just has a clock in front of him.
I should point out that on Long Beach Radio, we have the McDermott's Insurance Classic Lunch every day at noon.
Yeah,
you'll probably want to check that out.
Noon, and then Mark Forsyth at noon. Anyway, so this guy, it's a call-in show, and he's always cutting people off, and he never really listens to anybody. He just, he has them fill time for exactly how long he wants them to, and then he cuts them off, and then he moves to someone else. And I just picture him walking in at 10 minutes to 12, what's the topic of the day? Okay, we're talking about Canada's involvement in Kyoto. Do you think it is a good idea? Do you think this is a bad idea? How does it affect your life? We want to hear from you. And then he has these totally insincere. He doesn't want to hear from anyone. And people call in. And it's it's brutal. It's he's not hospitable.
I'm going to love that today at noon it's going to be Bobby Lax at that little radio station in Tofino is such a jerk. Is he or isn't he? That's going to be his call-in theme today. He's going to change it. Somebody's going to have heard this.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Bobby Lax cares.
Right. Gion cares.
It was your birthday last week, though.
Yeah, last Saturday. What a magical birthday.
Yeah.
Way to pull me off.
What'd you get up to?
I had one of the most meaningful birthdays I've ever had.
Yeah.
I invited myself because on Friday, Tim told me that he had that octopus for me.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so it was still alive. So we were down there, didn't know how to kill an octopus because you can't just stab it, right? The thing moves around, and I ran into Robinson, who's an awesome guy. I love that family, and so he kind of told us about Rod Palm and how he's an octopus expert, and you just turn the head inside out. And we're like, turn the head inside out? What does that mean? And so me and Tim talked about it for a little, and he's like, let's just go. We could either go by rods, or we can just learn something here on the dogs. They have a beak, but it's on the opposite side. It's like the underbelly, and the head's at the top.
So you're pushing on its head until it squirts out its beak?
No. The beak is... No, the beak's kind of under the belly. Right. Anyways, so yeah, you tear the hood a little and you push it through. And I couldn't do it at first. I couldn't get it. Stop! You're making a face.
Well, I'm one of those people that I'm not into that portion of food
I
production.
look my food in the face.
I'm a coward.
And usually say thanks, chicken, or sorry, octopus.
Thanks, chicken. I'll see you.
But
in the oven.
it was pretty it was meaningful.
Yeah.
Anyway, so after that, I invited Robinson over for his helpful support for dinner tomorrow night because I was going to cook the octopus, and he's like, I'm hosting a sweat, like a sweat lodge, and I immediately said, can I come? So I totally just invited myself, and I'm not going to go into the details about it, but I think it's really amazing that he and this other guy Dave, who was leading it, really keep up the tradition on the coast. And I was just so thankful to all the generations who had come before me and done such a thing and thought it would be, a good, a cleansing experience, both, for your body and for your mind. And it really was. Like, you sweat so much, but you leave there and you're so clean. And we just had this amazing West Coast feast after. The ladies from Green Soul were there. And so, like, we just had, like, salads and grainy salads and octopus.
Did you know how to make quinoa salad was one of the most common searches in Canada in the last year?
Oh, really?
Yeah, quinoa salad is like right up there with Britney Spears.
Wow. Right. I'm guilty. So octopus and crab, and it's just like, I didn't drink on my birthday at all. Not judging or anything, but it just it felt so good.
Sweet. Was it a milestone birthday? Or are you like 104?
29. I don't know. My Saturn returned.
Whatever that.
I don't know what that meant.
All right.
Well, I do know what it means, but I don't know what it actually means. It means that Saturn's in the same position from the day when you were born, but I don't know how that affects your life. Caredwin, if you want to call me, let me know. 266-6665.
Fill Bobby in on his.
She's awesome.
So
we got a song for me to go out, which is The Truth. Sagittarius like myself. This is Keep On Moving by Bob Marley, because my feet, they like action.
All right, Bobby. Well, thanks for the 9 months or so of Friday Funky Food Hours. It's been so far.
Be back.
I look forward to more of it.
We'll have a huge
February.
FFFH
holiday wrap up and stuff.
No. Reunion party. February.
Down here, we'll have a barbecue.
Yeah.
All right.
I want. You know what? We should start doing the show at noon, because I want to take on Mark Forsyth.
All right. That's probably carried when we'll let you go.
Okay,
All right, thanks for tuning in, West Coast. I'll be back for the
sweet.
McDermott's Insurance Classic Lunch at noon when you won't be
Austin.
listening to that guy on CBC.
Yep.